Hey guys, this is Mr. H. I'm going to do question number 33 from the Regents review. Now, this is one of those questions that I'm hoping that by the time the Regents exam rolls around, you guys are really comfortable knowing what kind of question this is. So I'm going to circle a couple things. It says equation, it says solved, it says solution. You also see an equal sign. So as soon as you see even one of those things, you should be saying, oh, I can nSolve this, right? That's what you should be saying. Oh, I can nSolve this. Now, but there's a problem with this question. nSolve only works when you have an equal sign, which we do, and one variable. Now, this one is not one variable. We have two variables. We have an X and we have an A. So now that means that we're going to have to get rid of one of the variables. And guess which one we're going to get rid of? Well, we're solving for X. So let's plug in a number for A. Now, here's the reason that you can plug in any number for A. Because if you look at the answer choices, there's an A here, there's an A here, there's an A here, and there's an A here. So anytime you look at the answer choices in a multiple choice question and you see a bunch of variables in that answer choice question, you should know, oh, I can store. So basically what we're going to use for this, we're going to nSolve and we're going to store a number. Now, it doesn't really matter what number you're going to store. But I'm going to use for this one, I'm going to say A is equal to 5. Okay, so I'm going to store that number, and then I'm going to nSolve this equation. So let's go. So let me grab my calculator. Where are you? Right here. So what I'm going to do, first thing, I'm going to store 5. Oops, I'm going to store 5 into A. That's done. And now I'm going to nSolve that equation. Because now that I've stored a number into A, I only have one variable. So let me just put this in. It's going to be control divide. And then it's going to be x minus 1 over 2. And then I have minus A over 4. So I'm going to do A over 4. And then I'm going to do equals control divide again. This is going to be 3A over 4. And then I'm going to do comma. Now, if you look at this equation, the only thing that's not highlighted, which means there's nothing in there and it's really a variable, it's the X. So I'm going to do comma X. And then I press enter. So it tells me that the answer is 11. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the answer sheet and I'm going to key in each one of these until I find one that gives me 11. So let's do that. So first one is going to be 3A over 2 plus 1. And that's 17 over 2. So that's not the answer. So the next one is just going to be A plus 1. And that's going to be 6 because we know that A is 5. So 5 plus 1 is 6. So that's not the answer. And then I'm going to do the next one, control divide. That's going to be 4A plus 1 over 2. And that is 21 over 2. So that's not the answer. So the last one should be the answer. So let's do it. 2A plus 1. And guess what? It is 11. That's what we expected. So that would be our answer. So choice 4 is the answer for this one. So now I really want to make sure that you understand this. This is definitely an nSolve question, but because there's more than one variable, the X and the A, that just simply means that we got to get rid of one of the variables. And the way that we get rid of one of the variables is we put a number in there. Now, the reason that it doesn't matter what number it is because if you look at the answer choices, every answer choice has an A in it. So you can basically plug in any number for A. Of course, don't use 0, don't use 1, but pretty much any other number that you use it's going to work. Now I chose 5. I just kind of randomly chose 5, but you could have used any number. And then once you store that number for A, you're just going to nSolve, and then you're going to go to the answer choices, and you're just going to plug those answer choices into your calculator and see which one matches. That's what you're doing. All right. I hope this is clear, because this is, if you understand this question, then that means that you're really getting ready to take the Regents exam, and that you're really ready to take the Regents exam. All right, I'm going to stop this and post.